Where should I be investing my money right now? In today's video, we're revealing where you should be investing your money right now. Stay tuned because you don't want to miss this. Welcome back to Money Mindset, the ultimate hub for finance content. If you're looking to become better at managing money and earning, then you're in the right place. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to never miss another finance update. Without further ado, let's jump into our list of where you should be investing your money right now. Number 1. High-yield savings accounts. Overview. A high-yield online savings account pays you interest on your cash balance. And just like a savings account earning pennies at your brick-and-mortar bank, high-yield online savings accounts are accessible vehicles for your cash. Who are they good for? A savings account is a good vehicle for those who need to access cash in the near future. A high-yield savings account also works well for risk-averse investors who want to avoid the risk that they won't get their money back. Risks. Many of the banks that offer these accounts are FDIC insured, so you won't have to worry about losing your deposits as long as you stay within federal insurance limits. While high-yield savings accounts are considered safe investments like CDs, you do run the risk of losing purchasing power over time due to inflation if rates are too low. Rewards. With fewer overhead costs, you can typically earn much higher interest rates at online banks than you would at a traditional brick-and-mortar bank. Plus, you'll likely have easy access to the money by quickly transferring it to your primary bank or maybe even via an ATM. Where to get them? You can browse bank rates lists of best high-yield savings accounts for a top rate. Otherwise, you can turn to your local bank or credit union, though you may not get the best rate. Number 2. Short-term certificates of deposit. Overview. Certificates of deposit, or CDs, are issued by banks and generally offer a higher interest rate than savings accounts. And short-term CDs may be better options when you expect rates to rise, allowing you to reinvest at higher rates when the CD matures. Who are they good for? Because of their safety and higher payouts, CDs can be a good choice for retirees who don't need immediate income and are able to lock up their money for a little bit. A CD works well for risk-averse investors, especially those who need money at a specific time and can tie up their cash in exchange for a bit more yield than they'd find on a savings account. Risks. CDs are considered safe investments, but they do carry reinvestment risk. The risk that when interest rates fall, investors will earn less when they reinvest principal and interest in new CDs with lower rates, as we saw in 2020 and 2021. The opposite risk is that rates will rise and investors won't be able to take advantage because they've already locked their money into a CD. And with rates expected to rise even further in 2023, it may make sense to stick to short-term CDs, so you can reinvest at higher rates in the near future. It's important to note that inflation and taxes could significantly erode the purchasing power of your investment. Rewards. With a CD, the financial institution pays you interest at regular intervals. Once it matures, you get your original principal back plus any accrued interest. It pays to shop around online for the best rates. Where to get them? Bank Rates list of best CD rates will help you find the best rate across the nation, instead of having to rely on what's available only in your local area. Alternatively, many brick-and-mortar banks and credit unions offer CDs, though you're not likely to find the best rate locally. Number 3. Series I bonds. Overview. The U.S. Treasury issues savings bonds for individual investors, and an increasingly popular option is the Series I bond. This bond helps build in protection against inflation. It pays a base interest rate and then adds on a component based on the inflation rate. The result, if inflation rises, so does the payout. But the reverse is true. If inflation falls, so will the interest rate. The inflation adjustment resets every 6 months. Who are they good for? Like other government-issued debt, Series I bonds are attractive for risk-averse investors who do not want to run any risk of default. These bonds are also a good option for investors who want to protect their investment against inflation. However, investors are limited to buying $10,000 in any single calendar year. though you can apply up to an additional $5,000 in your annual tax refund to the purchase of Series I bonds too. And there's a little-known secret to get around that annual limit too. Risk. The Series I bond protects your investment against inflation, which is a key downside to investing in most bonds. And like other government-issued debt, these bonds are considered among the safest in the world against the risk of default. Rewards. Series I bonds earn interest for 30 years if they are not redeemed for cash, but the rate will fluctuate with the prevailing rate of inflation. Where to get them? You can buy Series I bonds directly from the U.S. Treasury at treasurydirect.gov. The government will not charge you a commission for doing so. And that wraps up where you should be investing your money right now. We hope you found these tips helpful. Which of these tips was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next finance adventure here on Money Mindset.